Hey, Happy New Year and welcome. We are John and Angie Lamberson with Nutrition Pair, and we are excited about being the host of ERNR. That's right, Eat Right Now Recipes, featured on Morning Joy every fourth Monday at 7:45 a.m. We'll be sharing recipes that are healthy, quick, and delicious. And our goal is to help you create better eating habits and to provide you some information that will help with improving your health, managing diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and more. Angie's going to tell you a little bit about who Nutrition Pair is.
Okay, thank you, John. Well, John and I are Nutrition Pair. We are registered dietitians, certified diabetes educators, and integrative health coaches. Our business is located right here in Elizabeth City. We're at 1241 North Road Street, right across from the YMCA. We're passionate about helping people live their healthiest lives. Many people ask us about health insurance, and we are credentialed with many health insurance plans, and many insurance plans do cover our services. So please just call us to inquire about that. Our phone number is 252-335-9355. We're also on the internet at nutritionpair.com, and the pair is PAIR. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, so please follow us. I'm going to let John talk about how Nutrition Pair got started.
All right. It was a fun time. Angie and I actually met in grad school at James Madison University. The whole reason I even ended up going back into nutrition was that I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes back in 1991. And since that time, having to learn more about controlling diabetes, managing diabetes, it led me to go back to school. And I've always said that one of the main things for me with diabetes is that it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Because had I not been diagnosed with diabetes, I never would have gone back to school. I never would have met Angie, and we wouldn't have had the two kids. We wouldn't be here in Elizabeth City. So it's worked out well. But it's from that Angie and I really want to try to help other people live their healthiest lives. We have a strong passion for not only diabetes education, but also diabetes prevention. And we're going to talk about a lot of things that can really help. Whether or not you have diabetes, this is things that can help everyone lead healthier lives.
Well, we're coming up on February, and February being Heart Month, being Valentine's Day, we thought we'd talk a little bit about heart disease. And heart disease, if you may not know, is the leading cause of death for men, women, and people of most racial and ethnic groups in the United States. And John and I, like we said previously, we're very passionate about helping people to live their best lives, to live their healthiest lives. And we do have a lot of experience in working with people with heart disease, and also working with people to help prevent heart disease through controlling blood pressure, controlling cholesterol, and controlling their blood sugars.
So, one of the things that we talk about with heart disease, just having heart disease is something that we can control. It's a controllable lifestyle type of impact. And so paying attention to what you're eating, getting more active, making sure you're going to the doctor and you're keeping check on your numbers. And those numbers would be things like your blood sugar, your blood pressure, your cholesterol levels. All of those are things that need to be monitored. But the good news is that with heart disease, it's very manageable. And we don't have to do extreme things to manage it. It's easy enough just to eat more fruits or more vegetables, to cut back on the fattier types of food, like fried foods, and really be aware of what you're doing. And that's where Angie and I can really help when it comes to meal planning. That's the way to really set things off. What you want to think about, though, is about 25% of the deaths in the United States are attributed almost directly to heart disease. So we want to do everything that we can to protect our hearts, and that's kind of what we wanted to really focus on today with this show. But it's something that carries on throughout the whole year. It's not just for the month of February; it's for the whole year. And these are things that are going to help you get to where you need to be. So we're going to take a break right now. We're going to go to a song. Like Sheila used to always tell us, don't change that dial. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to ERNR, Eat Right Now Recipes. Angie and I have put together some recipes for you. Angie's going to share a great recipe that would be a good one to use for your Valentine's Day celebrations. It's a heart-healthy, easy to prepare, and Angie's going to jump right in on that.
Okay. The recipe we're sharing this month is called One Pan Crispy Chicken Thighs with Roasted Red Peppers and Green Beans. This recipe was adapted from a recipe from the book entitled Meal Prep for Weight Loss. This was written by Kelly Shalal, who is a registered dietitian. This is a very easy, very healthy one-dish meal that you can make for your Valentine and enjoy. It will make 2 servings. So first of all, let's share the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need 12 ounces of green beans trimmed, 8 ounces of red potatoes halved, a half of a sweet onion sliced, 1 tablespoon of either avocado or olive oil, 2 teaspoons of salt-free Italian seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, 1.5 pounds of bone-in skinless chicken thighs, and nonstick cooking spray. And how we're going to prepare this recipe is as follows. You want to preheat the oven to 425 degrees and line a baking sheet with parchment paper or aluminum foil. And on that baking sheet, you're going to spread the green beans, the potatoes, and the onion evenly across 3/4 of the sheet. And then you're going to pour the avocado or the olive oil over the vegetables and sprinkle with 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of the pepper. And then just toss and coat those veggies. And then you want to season the chicken thighs with the remaining 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, the 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and the 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And coat the empty portion of that sheet where the chicken will go with cooking spray, and place the chicken thighs on the prepared area. And then you're going to bake in the oven for 30 minutes until the chicken reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees and your veggies are fork tender. And then if desired for additional crispness and to impress your Valentine, why don't you just go ahead and adjust the oven to broil, and then broil it for about 3 to 7 minutes, and that'll give the chickens a little bit of extra browning and crispness. The nutrition facts for this recipe are as follows. And remember, this is going to serve 2, so half of the recipe will provide 516 calories, 13 grams of fat, 37 grams of carbohydrate, 7 grams of fiber, 35 grams of protein, 360 milligrams of sodium. And this is a gluten-free recipe for those who desire or need a gluten-free food, so gluten-free recipes. You can adjust this recipe a little bit. You can try, instead of the red potatoes, you can use sweet potatoes. Instead of green beans, you can use any fresh vegetable like broccoli or carrots or Brussels sprouts. Just whatever will go. It's very versatile, so just change it up. And it also freezes well if you want to prepare it and freeze it in individual containers for meal prep, which is a great way to go. Enjoy.
Well, so I guess Angie's giving me a recipe that I'm going to have to produce for her on Valentine's Day. So
Absolutely.
we'll let y'all know how she likes the meal that I put together for her. Listen, I just want to say thank you. We appreciate y'all joining us this morning, and we look forward to sharing more information and recipes next month as we prepare for March, which will be National Nutrition Month. Before we go, I do want to make sure we throw out that we have an ebook that you can go on our website, nutritionpair.com, and that's nutritionpair, PAIR.com, and look for our book on there, 7 Simple Diet Hacks that actually improve blood sugars. You can also give us a call if you have any questions or want to ask us anything. You can call us at 335-9355. That's 335-WELL, W-E-L-L. So give us a call. We'll be more than happy to work with you. And we look forward to talking with you again next month. So you guys have a great Valentine's Day, and we'll see you in February.